attack. I've seen this start to happen time and time again. The hypocrisy coming from the left, especially with the Me Too movement, needs to be taken very seriously. They have hijacked this and weaponized it to attack men on the right. We must stand up to this kind of liberalism and demand due process. These kinds of character attacks can harm someone's reputation for the rest of their lives. And if these accusations turn out to be false, then they better know they will face consequences in a court of law. With that said, I want to warn everyone here that this is something the leftist women will not stop doing. Alyssa Milano isn't disavowing people like Linda Sisor and Michael Avenatti because she believes what she says. She is trying desperately to clean up the mess some other activists, women made, like the Women's March and Me Too movement, because God forbid they are caught in their hypocrisy. Keep your heads on a swivel, and women stand up for our laws, stand up to the hypocrisy of feminism, and most importantly, let's come together to protect the innocent until proven guilty in our country. We won't give the liberals even an inch. The law is the law. Respect our due process.
Give it up for Jen! Alright guys, our next speaker coming up drove all the way here from Seattle. He is the founder of the podcast called Cold Front. And follow him on Facebook. I'm gonna ask him to give you guys some info where to go to find his podcast. I love it. I watch his videos and everything. He's a cool guy. And give it up for brother Saleem.
Hello everyone, my name is Saleem Juma. I'm an Indian American, I'm Muslim, and I'm disabled, and I'm a right-wing conservative. One quote that I'd like to start my speech with: to anger a conservative, lie to him. To anger a liberal, tell him the truth. Now I know not everyone here may be a staunch Republican like me. Some of you are libertarians, some of you may be classical liberals like Dave Rubin. But if you're here and not in that black bloc section over there, one thing that we can agree on is that the left wing has turned sexual assault into a political weapon of mass destruction, one that only functions against conservatives. We've seen this proven time and time again, with examples like Cory Booker, aka Spartacus, being accused of sexual assault by a gay man in a bathroom, yet still being allowed to run for both president and senator at the same time, and his cohorts in New Jersey passing laws to allow him to do so. We've seen it with Bill Clinton, who still has yet to answer for his crimes against Juanita Broderick, as well as many others. We've seen it with Keith Ellison, beating the crap out of his ex-girlfriend. And finally, we've seen it just the other day with our favorite creepy porn lawyer, Michael Avenatti, being accused of domestic violence, aka beating the crap out of a woman. What do all these men have in common? They are all Democrats or liberals. Where are the Me Too warriors who marched in the streets calling for their heads? I seem to remember many unruly protests against now Justice Kavanaugh based on little to no credible evidence. Yet all of these men get away with it based on what? Political party affiliation? Me Too has become a witch hunt designed to target both men and especially conservative men. Some people might say Me Too started in a good place. I think the idea sounds good in theory, kind of like how communism sounds fair. But in reality, any movement that disparages logic and facts with hashtags like believe all women, irregardless of facts, in a case not adding up, is wrong and is a threat to our justice system. For instance, take the case of Armin Premji from the University of Southern California. If you watch the security footage of what happened that night, a young woman grabbed his face in a bar where they were drinking at. She started making out with him. She then takes him by the hand and leads him outside. While outside, she makes vulgar motions behind her roommate's back. They then take an Uber back to the woman's dorm room. While there, she signs him in and takes a selfie with him. Again, all on security footage. They go upstairs and have sex. The next day, the LAPD shows up at Mr. Premji's house and arrests him, charging him with rape. Apparently, the woman's roommates reported him to the police. The judge actually ruled in favor of Mr. Premji, saying that the woman was actually the aggressor in this situation. But after a year-long Title IX investigation by the University of Southern California, think of how many tax dollars that is, they found Mr. Premji guilty anyway and expelled him. Not only that, but the woman in question did not receive any discipline whatsoever, despite being cited in the judge's ruling as the aggressor and initiator of sexual contact. Not only that, but detectives of the LAPD actually tried to actively suppress the security footage, evidence to convict Mr. Premji. If that doesn't move your hearts, I could tell you about the case of the 5 mean girls in Seneca Valley that accused a 16-year-old boy of rape simply because they did not like him. I just don't like to hear him talk, the ringleader stated. I don't like the look of him. And so she convinced 4 other girls to accuse this boy of rape, all because she didn't like him. That's the logic that we are supporting by saying believe all women unconditionally at any time.